Traffic will be down when you don't walk it. It's too dangerous.
Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome back. It's Shirley. It is July 11th, 2021. It's about 11:10 in the morning, and I am in LA. This one, ooh, new cover. Actually looks nice. I am out here. I don't know really what I'm going to do today. It's just going to be a random type of thing today. I really can't see all that well. Life is a bit quite fuzzy, but have had a hard time looking on Google Maps. Quite a hard time. Even with everything much larger, it's just difficult. But anyway, I am in Chinatown right now. I just got off the Gold Line over here at the Chinatown station, and over here to my right is Blossom Plaza. Let's see what's going on now. All right, well, there it is. We were just on the other side, the Capital Milling Company. God, I honestly don't remember. There were so many companies out here, especially the one, honestly, that I remember the most is on the other side, on the other freeway. On the left-hand side coming into LA, and then on the right-hand side coming out of LA into East LA. Just a very more iconic building. I only know because my father was a consumption client of the old Brew 102 Brewing Company. And it was about as iconic as the Budweiser Company was in San Fernando by Busch Gardens off the 405 headed into the valley. So, yep, there it is. All right, and right over here we have the iconic Chinatown. This place has been, yes, in a lot of movies, and I think the very, very most memorable one would have to be, I guess, Rush Hour. But I love this place because my dad had an affinity for Chinatown and Little Tokyo, and there were two restaurants that he used to love to take us to go to dinner. One of them, I can't remember where it was, but I believe it's down that way in Little Tokyo, I think. I cannot remember, but yeah. When I was younger, back in the 70s, this place was always bustling, and it was always lit up at night. You know, all the neon was working, and it was just, well, it was more of a time when people used to love to get out and get away and travel, more than staying at home. This is on the back side. A little bit more continues over here. Actually, I think the restaurant that he particularly liked was over here. I just remember it was really, really nice. And I think it was the one particular restaurant where the young Bruce Lee movie was filmed, in the actual restaurant, I believe, where he actually worked here in Chinatown. I may be wrong, but I believe so. This place is so awesome. It just brings back a lot of memories from when I was a kid. Such a different time back then in Los Angeles. Everything was just so much nicer. And dare I say that people actually got along? I mean, this place was busy as heck. I remember that. All of downtown LA. Before technology, actually, everybody took to the streets and wanted to socialize before they wanted to socialize on the internet. And there's a lot of good places to eat around here too. And there is one in particular. Most of these I admit haven't been, honestly. Ooh, look. But there is one that I've been to that happens to be a good one. Really, really good one. And one of my friends' favorite too. Alright. This place right here. My friend Mark picked me up when he interviewed me for his channel, and then he brought me here to Yang Chow's. I actually asked what I wanted for dinner. I said, oh, anything. And this is a place right here. He says, you got to try the hot and sour soup. It's like crack cocaine. And I recommend, first and foremost, to start off the hot and sour soup at Yang Chow's. I will put some information down for that. Their food is good. I mean, you really get good portions. Oh my God, is that marijuana? Cool scooter. You know, speaking of scooters, as I've seen a few of those rental scooters up and down here. Last night was kind of a trip. I just finished watching the USS Indianapolis. And I went to go check, before I went to go to bed, I went to go check YouTube. And then someone had commented, well, you know, what are you going to do with the scooter now that your situation is, and, you know, times are getting rough? And I kid you not, and I had to bring this up because it was just so creepy in a coincidental way. I had, after I finished the movie, I was going to go to the restroom, and something tugged at me. The scooter had been folded the way it was, already and intentional, and everything that I had purchased, all the tire. I had bought a really, really cool USB pneumatic air pump. I mean, it could inflate a truck and a car tire, so it was really cool. And I got all the tools, and I was ready, you know. Okay, so it was the middle of the week, 1 week, when I realized the tire was flat. And I got home, I ordered the tire. It was Saturday, I believe. Sunday, the tire was in. I think Monday I called out, and then I was gonna go pick up the tire or something. Something like that. But anyway, I had everything ready. And then last night, as I came back in the room, I just, you know, with a tear in my eyes, honestly, with a tear in my eyes, I just put it up in the closet for now until I can figure out what I'm going to do exactly. I had thought about selling it, but look, my vision is not completely diminished. It's not gone. It's blurry. I would have to say I'm at the point where I'm considered legally blind in that sense, where I cannot operate a vehicle. But I mean, There's an open field right there at the Rose Bowl. I can ride that sucker there. But like that, I know what that sign's supposed to say, but I cannot read it. You know, right lane must turn right, I believe. This is barely legible for me. Any of that lettering on the banner, that up there, normally, that I can see only the lease and Johnny Choi or Cho exclamation. The phone number I could barely make out, so yeah. But I just thought I'd bring that up because it was just such weird timing with that question after I just put it away. All right, we're here on Cesar Chavez, and I kid you not, Cesar Chavez and New High. New High. Yeah, there's a lot of homeless over here, as you can see. That is City Hall down over there. That was destroyed in a very memorable old movie. I cannot remember the name. It's so memorable. But it was destroyed by a UFO being shot down and crashing in the City Hall in the 1950s. New High. And Cesar Chavez. Alright. I am here at a very iconic place. Very iconic place indeed. Ooh, Philippe's. Oh goodness. I honestly have not been here since I was a younger man. But they have really, really, really good and fat French dip sandwiches. Oh goodness. I will put the information down here, most definitely. But yeah, I'd come in here to eat, but I will not be having a normal income from now on. So it's gonna be a lot less. So, but this place is good. If you're ever down here, Alameda. But do try. And actually, when we first opened back up, this place there was a huge line. So just be prepared. Actually, you know what? Call ahead just to find out, because you never. Sometimes during the weekdays, during lunchtime, this place is really, really packed. And it's not too far down from Olvera Street. Just down the street from here. This is the old post office. This is the old downtown LA post office. This place was discovered when time was created. That's old. And not too far from El Pueblito. Alright. This is El Pueblito. Olvera Street, if you will. This is the original, one of the original old-fashioned downtown LA that was pretty much created here. And Chinatown over there, a Gold Line, and Union Station train station is just over there. One of the things that I always loved was the fact that over here when they first settled here, they had grapes, and these things are over 100 years old, and they continue over on the other side. I think my mom liked this restaurant and my dad liked this one. Kind of hard to remember. I'm trying to orient myself here. This is one of the old housing here at El Pueblito. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's adobe. This kettle I remember from when I was a kid. The plastic never used to be here, and this thing was almost always constant with money. People just throw their money in here. It was like a little wishing well is what it was, basically. And in here, if it's open, let's see if it's... Villa Adobe. There you go. And it's right in there. Villa Adobe. This will give you kind of a indication of what it was like when they first settled down in this area. This is the exact place, actually. Adobe, for you younger folks, nothing but mud, rock, small stone, clay, and grass, and baked in the sun. This would have been, I guess, the stove. That's definitely the oven. There's the La Parrilla. You see, there's grapevines all over the place. See, I love trellises like this. Ancient fruit from a long, long ago. And there's Union Station, train station across the way. Yeah, this was, I believe it or not, I believe this was a typical ranch home. Pomegranates. Yeah, this was a typical ranch home, and you'll see inside. The Californios. La carreta, or cart, or wagon. All right, and as we come out, this is the plaza, the square. This is where the community would gather, I would say. That's my favorite restaurant. And that is not the original cross, but I think my mom, my mom, I remember seeing a picture when she was like 15 or 16 with her and her sister right here, one of her sisters. One of my mother's and cousins' favorite shops used to be right here. Right in this little alcove. There used to be, for many, many years, a glass blower right here. Good old-fashioned hand glass blower. And used to make the most beautiful things. We could sit there, we'll actually just stand there for hours, just going blind, looking at the glowing glass. But yeah, no more. Like so many things. There's a great churro and the arroz place over here. I mean, so many things are gone.